Good morning, lights of the world. Delighted to be here with you this morning, and we're entering into lesson 39 this morning. So we're going to begin by gently closing the eyes down. And this morning, I invite you to cross your arms at your chest, bring your hands onto your shoulders, and gently begin to stroke in a downward motion, applying the havening technique. This brings us right into the present moment as we just notice the feeling of touch, the quality of our touch, and the pace of our touch. And this morning, I invite you to create an affirmation. So using the words I am, and then filling in the blank with whatever feels right or meaningful for you on this day. And repeat your affirmation 3 or 4 times. And then we can continue applying the havening touch, but bow your head down towards your heart and we'll make our offering to the universe. We begin this day in gratitude. We open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask that love and light lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We open to joy, to love, and to abundant prosperity. We welcome it all in. We recognize that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with a peaceful heart anchored in the truth that we are love, that we are one, and that we are free. And we release these words now, and so we let it be. Okay, buckle up because lesson 39, should I say, is a big one, and it's a long one. And it's one that I just urge you to really open your heart up to. And that is that my holiness is my salvation. Now we can rephrase that. We can say that my love, brings me freedom, that my love brings me peace. The love that I am is ultimately, my freedom, the knowing of that, the gnosis of that. So I am love, and that's all that there is, really. So let's take a look. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? So if guilt keeps me stuck, if guilt, keeps me feeling icky and yucky and unable to move forward in life and unhappy, deeply unhappy is what guilt can make us feel. And that in itself is hell. So what is its opposite? Like the text for which this workbook was written, the ideas used for the exercises are very simple, very clear, and totally unambiguous. We are not concerned with intellectual feats nor logical toys. We are dealing only in the very obvious, which has been overlooked in the clouds of complexity in which you think you think. So we want to keep this very plain and very simple. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? This is not difficult, surely. The hesitation you may feel in answering is not due to the ambiguity of the question. But do you believe that guilt is hell? If you did, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is, and you would not even need this workbook at all. No one needs to practice to gain what is already his. So you are already love, you are already whole, you are already free, you are already the truth. We have already said that your holiness is the salvation of the world. Your holiness brings the peace of the world. What about your own salvation? You cannot give what you do not have. A savior must be saved. How else can they teach salvation? Today's exercises will apply to you, recognizing that your salvation, your freedom, your peace is crucial to the salvation of the world. So we often talk about Gandhi's phrase, which was be the change you want to see in the world. And the change is recognizing that you are love. As you apply the exercises to your world, the whole world stands to benefit. We're going to be offering peace and love wherever we go, whatever we do, when we know ourselves as that. Okay, so this is just like having a new interpretation of everything. Your holiness, your love is the answer to every question that was ever asked and is being asked now or will be asked in the future. Your holiness means the end of guilt because now you're knowing your innocence and therefore the end of hell. So that's the end of being stuck, the end of being in pain, in turmoil, in torment, in drama, in all the things we get caught up in. Your holiness is the salvation of the world and your own. How could you, to whom your holiness belongs, be excluded from it? So you are never on the outside of this. You are never on the edge of this. You always are this. Love does not know unholiness. Can it be that love does not know its child? Can it be that the universe does not know its child? You're always safely in the arms of love. A full 5 minutes are urged for the 4 longer practice periods for today, and longer and more frequent practice sessions are encouraged. If you want to exceed the minimum requirements rather than the longer sessions, if you want to exceed the minimum requirements, more rather than longer sessions are recommended, though both are suggested. So you can apply this as often as you want today, as often as it occurs to you, or you can even do like we suggested before and set an alarm, if you want to do that. Begin as usual by repeating the idea to yourself, then close your eyes and search out your unloving thoughts in whatever form they appear: uneasiness, depression, anger, fear, worry, attack, insecurity, and so on. Whatever form they take, they are unloving and therefore fearful. And so it is from them that you need to be saved. This is where we want our release. This is where we want to know our freedom. Specific situations, events, or personalities you associate with unloving thoughts of any kind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. It is imperative for your freedom that you see them differently. And it is your blessing on them that will save you. So that's what's going to give you your freedom. That's what's going to give you your peace. And that's what's going to give you vision. That's what's going to allow you to see the truth, to see what's real. Slowly, without conscious selection and without undue emphasis on any one in particular, search your mind for every thought that stands between you and your freedom. Apply the idea for today to each of them in this way: my unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. Or you can say, my unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me stuck, are keeping me imprisoned, is another good one. And my holiness is my salvation. Now you could also say, my love is my solution. My love is my solution to all. You may find these practice periods easier if you intersperse them with several short periods during which you merely repeat the idea to yourself slowly a few times. So again, you're kind of going to have this in your pocket all day today. You may also find it helpful to include a few short intervals in which you just relax and do not seem to be thinking of anything. Sustained concentration is very difficult at first. It will become much easier as your mind becomes more disciplined and less distractible. And I'm sure you're even starting to notice that already, that when we're going to do the exercises, you may be slightly less distracted. And if you're not, that's okay too. Don't beat yourself up. Meanwhile, you should feel free to introduce variety into the exercise periods in whatever form appeals to you, Do not, however, change the idea itself as you vary the method of applying to it. However you elect to use it, the idea should be stated to so that its meaning is the fact that your holiness is your salvation, or your love is the solution, or your love is your freedom. End each practice period by repeating the idea in its original form once more and by adding, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? And innocence is its opposite. Innocence is the opposite of guilt, and heaven is the opposite of hell. And heaven is freedom. That's what we're talking about when we say heaven. Heaven is joy here while you're in, a body. It's like having a joyous, free life. In the shorter applications, which should be made some 3 or 4 times an hour and more if possible, you may ask yourself this question. Repeat today's idea, and preferably both, and if temptations arise, a particularly helpful form of the idea is, my holiness is my salvation from this, or, my love is my freedom from this, is the answer to this. Okay, so let's get practicing. This is such a powerful lesson, and, just really with that intention of setting yourself free, because most of us have butchered and tortured and beaten ourselves up for most of our adult lives, and probably started at a very young age. I think I shared for you before, I have memories, of about 7, like really beating myself up. So, we've carried this for a long time by the time we come here. So let's let go of our guilt today. Okay. So we start off by repeating just the actual idea. So my holiness is my salvation. My love is my freedom. Whatever way you want to say this, it really doesn't matter. You just got to get the idea. Okay, so just repeating it over and over in your mind. And now close your eyes down. And then think of different situations, okay? So my unloving thoughts about are keeping me stuck. My unloving thoughts about my mother are keeping me stuck. My love is my freedom. My holiness is my salvation. And work away through your own list, whatever it may be. We'll be here for 5 minutes, and I will mind the time. When you're ready, you can gently drop your chin into your chest, open your eyes, and lift your gaze upwards. I hope you enjoy practicing this lesson today. It really is, the key to unlocking any prison that you have yourself in. It really is the key to your freedom, and it's just such a worthwhile practice. It truly lightens the load. So from my heart to yours, have a great day today.